welcome to my channel. My name's Nikki. Thanks so much for stopping by. Today I wanted to review the product line First Aid Beauty. If you have never heard of them before, go check them out online on their website, firstaidbeauty.com, or you can go to Sephora. Sephora sells them as well. I have not been able to find them anywhere else. I looked at Ulta and Nordstrom's and I didn't see that they were sold there. So I think those are the only two places you can get them. But you can go to both and you can read up about them if you haven't heard about them. Things that I love about this, besides the fact that it has done amazing things for my face and my skin in general, is that they are free of harsh chemicals and known allergens. There's no parabens, there's no alcohol, there's no fragrance, there's no artificial dyes in them. So it's a great product all around. Today I wanted to review this kit. It's the Facial Cleanser Ultra Repair Cream and the Facial Radiance Pads. It's known as the Fab Kit to Go. You can buy this kit from Sephora, and I think you can get it online on First Aid Beauty. I think. I'm not 100% sure. And I also wanted to review the Eye Duty Triple Remedy Eye Cream. This stuff was first introduced to me from my best friend Samantha. She was having some skin issues over the winter, as was I. She lives in Florida. I live in New England. I'm sure you know all about my winter if you've watched the news. But the winter is a harsh time, I think, for anybody in their skin. She was having rough. She was breaking out. Her skin was so incredibly dry. So she went to Sephora and she picked up this kit. I don't think she started with samples. I did. But I think she picked up the kit. About 2 weeks after using it, she sent me a message, or a text message, and was like, Nikki, you have to try this stuff out. She's like, I've had no problems. It's been 2 weeks. My skin is fantastic. And I said, that's awesome. When I get to Sephora, I definitely will get some samples. I need something because my skin is just, it's horrible. Fast forward 4 weeks later, and I'm still complaining about my skin. She told me, Nikki, go to Sephora and pick this stuff up. She's like, it has been 6 weeks and my skin is fantastic. It's absolutely amazing. You need to get it. I said, fine. I'm going to Sephora. I went there. I listened to my best friend and my fellow beauty and makeup junkie, and I picked up the samples. Oddly enough, the only sample I got at that time was out of the 4 things I have here to show, I only got 1 sample of it, and it was the facial cleanser, and then I got a sample of the 5-in-1 eye cream, which is amazing, fantastic, and I probably will buy that again. I will probably buy that when I'm done with the Triple Remedy. And I got the moisturizer. It's kind of like the Ultra Repair Cream, but it has an SPF 40 in it. That is very much like a sunscreen, in my opinion. The way it feels, the way it looks. There is no fragrance, so it doesn't smell like it, but to me it was very much like a sunscreen. They tell you to apply it every 2 hours. If your face gets wet, to reapply it. So I actually want to pick that up, but I want it for like my beach bag, or just for me to use like on weekends if I'm not going anywhere and I'm not doing a full face of makeup, just to have that protection. It does work. I actually had a little bit left in my from my sample, and I used it this weekend, and while the rest of me burnt, my face did not. So it does work, and it's fantastic. So if you're looking for something for your beach bag, I would highly recommend it. It's great, and it doesn't make it, you don't break out from it. I did not break out, didn't get any pimples, which is great, because a lot of the stuff that has like the SPF in it, my skin doesn't do well with it, and my skin was great. It worked really well, so I highly recommend it. So I'll jump right into what I do have. The first part of the kit, the Fab Kit to Go, you get 2 ounces of the facial cleanser. This stuff is great. It removes surface oils, makeup, dirt, and grime, which I think it does all of that. I actually remove my makeup first with a Neutrogena wipe. I just, use it. I don't feel like it actually cleans my face, so I never just go to bed after using that. I have to use a face wash. I used to use Philosophy's Purity. I still have some of it, but it just wasn't doing anything for me. So that's why I got this. This has been fantastic. I don't feel like it doesn't dry out my skin. I will say that if I don't put moisturizer on right away, well, not, I shouldn't say right away, like after like 2 minutes or whatever, I can feel kind of my face feeling like it's tightening up, you know, like, but nothing to the point that I feel like this is hurting my skin or that it's a problem. But it's really just like any other soap. The way it looks reminds me of a lot of the way Noxema looks like. If I'm dating myself, I know you can still buy it. I have seen it, so it's still out there. But there's no scent to it. It just smells fresh, clean, like a soap. It lathers great, and it really does clean. It gets the dirt off your face. It does everything great. The next step is the Facial Radiance pads. Now, I have tried these before. I originally only bought the face cleanser and the Ultra Repair Cream. I wasn't going to buy these, but after talking to Samantha and our other best friend Jill, they both told me that like they saw such a difference with this. I have bought this before. I have used it. I had no intentions on buying it, but when I did buy this, I didn't use it with the kit. I bought it on its own, and I didn't really think it did anything fantastic, so I wasn't planning on buying it again. But after they told me that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. The whole kit's only $30. You buy each one separately, but you can buy each one separately. You can find these all in Sephora with the rest of the Fab Beauty line, or you can find it in what I like to call that corral of death in Sephora. So you can buy them individually. This I know is like $15 on its own for the 28 pads. So the whole kit is $30, but you do save about $7 to $8. The pads, they're just that. They are pads. They exfoliate, tone, and brighten, which I will say these do that too. I have noticed since using these, you can use them once a day or twice a day. I use them once a day. I am a mom. I have 2 little girls, and my morning routine cannot consist of anything more than I already do. So I only use it once a day. Plus, you only get 28 pads, so at least it'll last me about a month. But I exfoliate here. I rub it all over my face. I just scrub it in. It doesn't hurt. It's soft. But I scrub. I scrub really hard here on my chin, on my nose, down the sides. This is where I tend to break out here on the corners, on my chin, and I'll break out up here. But I really, really scrub between my eyebrows, right in here, because typically this is where I get really dry. So when I put my foundation on, it cakes in, and it just doesn't look good. I have noticed though that with using the pads, I haven't had that problem. So pads are awesome. Next is the Ultra Repair Cream. This stuff is kind of amazing. It's kind of like an amazing lotion in a tube. You can buy it in a jar. You get 2 ounces of this in this little package that comes with the kit. So these are both, I don't know if I mentioned it, these are both 2 ounces. So you get 2, 2, and 28 pads. So it's a really good deal for $30. But this stuff can be used on your face and elsewhere. It is used to hydrate dry, parched skin, relieve minor irritation and itching due to eczema and other conditions. Since using, I noticed a difference in like 2 days after using this on my face, which is kind of crazy to me because I typically will not use something that can be used all over your body on my face as well. I just don't. I don't like it. I've had bad experiences with those types of lotions, those creams, so this is kind of awesome. I have noticed that my hands are they're not dry anymore, especially around my cuticles and everything. They look fantastic. I did actually, from the winter, from washing my hands all the time, doing dishes, giving my girls a bath, my hands are constantly wet, cooking, things like that. I'm just constantly washing my hands. They get really dried out. And I was really dry right in between here. And I specifically used this right there in between my thumb and my pointer finger. And within 2 days, it was gone. It was healed. It wasn't cracked anymore. There was nothing. It was beautifully soft skin. So there's something to be said about that. Another awesome tip, side note, that was given to me by the gentleman who was checking me out in Sephora. He said that a Fab Beauty rep came in and told them that this stuff is safe to use on babies, which I thought was awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. you typically can't use a cream that an adult can use on an infant, a toddler, you know, a baby. You just don't. It's not safe. His son had those little red bumps on the back of his arms, so he used it on that, and he said it took it away. He said it was fantastic. My youngest daughter, she'll be 2 next month, she has horrible eczema. It's really, really bad. The only thing I've ever been able to use on her so far has been the Arbonne baby line, and that stuff is fantastic as well, but it is kind of pricey. And I have tried the Honest Company, and I can't use it. It flares her up. It's no good. It's just no good for her. And I have not tried California Baby, but I have tried the Ultra Repair Cream, and it has helped a lot. I mean, the next step is just taking her to the doctors and getting something medicated, and I don't really want to do that to her. I don't want to put that type of stuff on her skin, but she does have really bad eczema, so I'm hoping with summer coming and spring that it'll ease up some, but I'm not having high hopes. But this is just your, I'll show you it. It's just your plain, oh, sorry, that was what was left on my, just a regular cream. There's nothing fancy about it. Again, no smell, which is nice, because sometimes the no smell creams actually have a smell and they're just horrible. But this is great. It goes on fantastic. It's smooth, my hands feel nice, my face feels nice. It's great. I don't break out from it. I use it morning and night since I don't have a night cream. And like I said, I don't break out. My face doesn't get extra oily. It doesn't do any of that stuff. And I think I've mentioned, I don't remember now, but night creams make me break out typically. So I usually can't use them. For the longest time I was using Josie Maran's argan oil, and that was doing great. But, you know, after a while I guess maybe my skin changed or something, but it really wasn't working for me anymore. But that kit, highly recommend it. Totally, like, if you can get yourself to Sephora, get samples first. Try it out. Don't, you know, just spend the money unless you know, like, you're just going to love it. You've heard enough reviews about it. And Sephora's awesome. If you don't like it, if it's not working for you, they will take it back. So it's nothing that you really need to kind of worry about. But, I mean, if they'll give you samples, why spend the $30 on the spot if you can just grab the samples and try it out? But I really don't think you'll be disappointed. The next thing I want to talk about is the iDuty Triple Remedy Eye Cream. I do use it, so I do apologize that it is dirty. But it just comes out of there, and then, you know, you put it on your eye. That's what I do. I just put it on my eye, and then it has that little funky thing on the back, and then you just rub it in, this is usually really cool. So it's nice. The lotion, the cream itself, it's like butter. It is so nice. It just goes on really, really nice and smooth. It does have a tint to it. It looks like that. It's meant to instantly brighten, depuff, and smooth, and I will say it does do that. It does brighten the under eye. It's not going to give you, like, you know, a great, like, highlight or anything like that, but it does brighten it up. I am oh so blessed with dark circles. I'm also a mom, so that doesn't help, but I'm just genetically blessed with them. So, does that cover like a concealer? Absolutely not. But does it help? Most definitely. And I actually, since using that, if I don't want to do a full face of makeup, or, you know, I'm just gonna lounge around the house, I put the lotion on, I do my thing, and then I put that on, and I don't feel the need to put any type of concealer on underneath my eyes. Again, it's not going to work like a concealer unless you have no dark circles. Unless you're just younger and you have great skin, or you just don't have dark circles. It's not going to cover it the way you might think because of the color of the lotion. But again, it's great, and I highly recommend it. I don't know if I will purchase this again. I think I'll just go with the 3-in-1, or the 5. I keep saying the 5-in-1. I really prefer the 5-in-1. I don't prefer. They're both fantastic, but I like the 5-in-1. I feel like almost because this has like a color and it's meant to brighten and depuff, that it's not really a night cream. It's like not a nighttime lotion, under eye lotion. So the 5-in-1 you can use day and night, and I know I could do the same thing with this one. but I don't know, I just kind of feel like that's not what this is for, and so I'd rather just get one that I can use dual action in, if you will. But otherwise, that's it. That's my review on the line. I hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't tried it, go check it out. Get yourself some samples. I really don't think you'll be disappointed. The stuff is fantastic. If anything, just buy yourself the Ultra Repair Cream and keep it in your bag as a hand cream, because this stuff is amazing. And if you run out of your night cream or you run out of your face cream, you have this on hand and you can just put it on your face. This stuff is fantastic. I can't say enough good things about it. But if you go pick it up, leave a comment below and tell me what you think. If you like it, you know, how it's working for you. If you can find it anywhere else other than Sephora and firstaidbeauty.com, also leave that below so other people know where to get it. But that's it. Thanks for stopping by. This was my first YouTube video. I hope you liked it. I plan on doing more. So if you want to see more, please subscribe and like this video. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all later.